Hello and welcome to Zeke's Creations. Today I am going to talk about why I despise off-brand Legos. And just for something to watch in the background, I will be taking apart and building this Lego Creator 3-in-1 Lego set. So, when it comes to off-brand or knockoff Legos, I have had bad experiences with them. For example, when I was younger and didn't know better, I bought some off-brand Legos because they were cheaper. But I like to take apart and rebuild my Lego sets pretty often. And when I tried it with those, the parts just kept on snapping. Even on generally strong ones. Because these were off-brand ones using a different kind of plastic. And so, it wasn't long before the sets just weren't fun to play with because parts were missing and broken. And then, also, they don't pay as much attention to detail, and they will copy things in odd ways, like, say, a minifigure. When they copy a minifigure, they usually will do it in a different way, like printing-wise or something. Or they won't even do a regular minifigure mold. And I've also had experiences of them replacing replacing accessories and stuff with different ones. And then you also have to consider that they are actually stealing intellectual property and changing it just enough that they can't get in trouble. Like a lot of the fake Legos I bought in the past, the ones that broke and stuff, those were off-brand Jurassic World ones. So they used just enough different names. They changed the stickers and stuff slightly, and so then they were selling essentially a cheaper version of the sets that nobody was getting paid for when it came to royalty or anything. And when it comes to fake Legos being cheaper, the quality sort of reflects in the price. And I just don't find it worth it. When you spend less, yes, but you aren't getting the same experience, same quality or anything. They don't feel right. That's another thing. I can actually a lot of times tell if a brick is real or fake by just feel, because they use cheaper plastics and stuff. Sometimes even by looks, because the different sheens and all. A lot of times it isn't even hard. And then another point to consider is, this was one of the most important ones, they're stealing Lego's idea. It was Lego who originally came up with the building blocks. And now you see all these companies that saw Lego's success, so they decided to make it in a cheaper way. But the bricks themselves, they don't even work as well. Because Lego, when perfected, just the tension and stuff, and how well they click together, even just the sound of them snapping together, they perfected that. And these other companies, they don't want to get sued, so they change those designs so you aren't getting the same thing. And it's also it just doesn't feel right to get something that was stolen in such a cheap way. And yes, Lego can't copyright every way, but nobody is really trying. Nobody's really trying too hard to actually come up with their own real version that isn't like a full ripoff. And so that's why if you look in my collection, I'd be surprised if you'd find any off-brand parts. They'd only be in there if they were in like lots I bought and I missed them while going through. Because I don't want to mix those in with my stuff. Because another thing, if they're mixed in my collection and I don't realize for a while, I might use one of them accidentally, and then I might want to get more of them to do a different build, like in that specific color. But then I learn that they don't exist. And then that's really annoying, because then I can't actually fully make the build that I want to. I can't order those parts and finish a build that I've been working on. That's the first part of this taken apart. There's only a couple more parts and then I can build one of the 3 models. I do like these sets, the 3-in-1, because they offer a lot of playability at usually a lower budget than some other themes. So I feel like these are great low budget gifts. I do like them, but I usually prefer to get other themes, because I personally prefer brand stuff. Like, some of my favorite themes are Jurassic World, Harry Potter, and Marvel. But if you're looking for a gift for somebody, I would recommend looking at this theme. But sort of, in conclusion with the off-brand Legos, it is your decision what you want to do, but I personally would not endorse going and buying them, because they are stealing designs and stuff that other people have come up with, and they are almost stealing patents. They just change the stuff just enough to where they can't get sued. I don't want to support that. And even if they're making their own designs, like, a lot of these companies do make their own designs. Even if they're making their own, it usually it's using the cheaper parts with worse plastic and stuff. And just, I don't think it really is good to buy those in general. Right here I'm building the second option for this set, this submarine. Let's see how quickly I can get this done, since I'm done with the main point of this video. I don't believe this set is still available for purchase. This is a set I've had for a while. When I want to make this video, I don't want there to be nothing in the background, so I just found this in one of my Lego drawers. So, in the future, I do plan to try to do reviews for currently available sets that I can link in the description, and especially ones that could make great gift ideas. And I'll try to go for different budgets too, because I have some expensive sets I would definitely recommend, but I know not everybody would want to purchase those as gifts or for themselves. So I plan to try to sort of make a small list of some of the favorite sets that I own at different price ranges, so I can recommend. So this tray here that I'm using, this is actually, I believe, from a Sam's cookie tray. In the past, when I've looked for good quality trays, I find that they're usually pretty overpriced, so I just have put together a collection of assorted trays like this. Usually recycling, but I do have like one that I built out of some sheets of wood and stuff. I just don't understand why pieces of plastic like this, like good quality ones like this, cost so much. Another thing I want to do when I try to recommend some sets, which it may be a while before I do it, is sets with good build, really good build experiences. Because I do enjoy a challenge. There's actually one that came out recently, which I'm hoping to get sometime soon. It is a Lego Nintendo Game Boy, and it is really impressive. People are calling it one of the best build experiences of a Lego set this year. And it's proper, it's life size, and every button dial works. And it's also $60, which is pretty impressive for what you're getting. So I'm hoping to maybe pick that up sometime soon. Not sure how long it could be. I say hope, but it could be a while. I like these pieces. I believe they were originally made for, race cars or whatever. But they have a lot of uses. Like, here they're being used to add more paneling and stuff to the submarine. But I see them a lot of times used for, say, armor. You can see people paneling them, maybe shoulder armor and stuff. It's really cool what you can do with Legos. Most parts, there's basically infinite uses for them. And it's really cool. That's one of my favorite things about Lego. Just the infinite possibilities of the parts. Some parts are made for very specific purposes, but a lot of them are more generic. And even the ones made for specific purposes, like maybe minifigure parts, you can still find tons of uses. If you just look at Lego sets and stuff, that even Lego releases, it's really cool to see what parts they use where. These pieces right here are actually R2-D2 bodies. And I believe this dome here was also originally made to be his head. You see that this is rounded out to show his body, the bottom of his body more. And these hold some special leg sort of leg or wheel pieces. I'm not sure specifically what they are regarded as. But, you can just see how they're even used for that. I know of one train set that used a part made specifically for Minions from the movie franchise Despicable Me. There's a very specific piece. It's sort of like the R2-D2 piece, but it has this weird band around to act as their, like, sort of some goggles that go over their eyes. They used that piece on a train as a smokestack. And it's just really, that's one of many, many examples of how versatile Lego parts are. Here's the last part. Adding these two pieces from these R2-D2 bodies, which act as probably like hydraulic tanks, I think, to each of the arms. They are a little bent out of shape from being in the other model so long, but here's the finished product. In Creator 3-in-1 sets, the first build usually uses all the parts, but the second and third builds usually don't. As you can see, this is the second build, and it does not use all of them, but it still has a lot of functionality. Has that opening. This can spin in multiple points. This can move. And so in these, and the arms have a lot of posability. And you have little gold nugget pieces for it to be searching after. And this set specifically doesn't come with minifigures, but they do have minifigures in mind, because that will perfectly seat one right there. So, as I said before, I don't believe this set is still on store shelves, but you might be able to find similar ones. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching, and I hope you liked the points that I had about fake Legos and why I don't like them. So, yeah, once again, hope you enjoyed, and thank you for watching. Of course I said twice.